What's up? What's Gucci? What's poppin'? Let's keep it clear. So today we finna react to this vid by Sloan. It is called "Disgusting Scenes from the Amanda Show." Oh, okay. So let's see what scenes somebody requested I react. So I think this is season 1 and season 2. This disgusting scenes from the Amanda Show.
Child exploitation in Hollywood. Today we're going to revisit her first hit and some of those disturbing moments from the series. So let's get into it. So Amanda Bynes was only 13 years old when she got her own self-titled show, The Amanda Show, which premiered from 1999 through 2002. This wasn't Amanda's first acting gig because she was also on Nickelodeon's All That, but it was her first opportunity to have her own leading show alongside Dan Schneider, who is one of Nickelodeon's most popular producers. He created shows like iCarly, Drake and Josh. He wrote on All That, but his first major creation was The Amanda Show. This was his baby, and it was his opportunity to prove to Nickelodeon that he can create a hit show. We've talked a ton about Amanda Bynes and Dan Schneider on my channel, so if you have not seen those videos, definitely go catch up. But today we're specifically talking about The Amanda Show, Season 3. There are multiple seasons out there, but I am going to be pulling clips from Season 3 that are bizarre and gross and disturbing and should have never involved children. I do want to give a shout out to our friend Sam because she sent me a lovely email with a bunch of moments that she wanted me to react to. So we're going to walk through those together, and I'm going to explain to you guys how toxic the set of The Amanda Show was. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys have not seen The Amanda Show before, it's pretty much a series focused around Amanda playing different characters in different skits. Some people who haven't seen the show before might be confused because you will see Amanda dress up as multiple different people, which I feel like later on messed with her psyche, but that's a whole other video. You guys also know that Dan Schneider loves his feet, so we're going to go ahead and talk about some of those gross foot moments in The Amanda Show. This skit right here is an ad for a product called My Beautiful Big Toe, and it allows these young girls to dress up their feet, something that I'm sure Dan Schneider was excited to film.
This party is great, but my big toe is so boring. My big toe is boring too.
Okay, so today we were seeing how Dan Schneider loves his feet. And my thing is, I've never been to a sleepover where we decorated our feet. Never. Ever. This is, never been to a sleepover before where they try to decorate
It
our
doesn't
feet.
have to be. What can we do? Look, my beautiful big toe. My big toe's a ballerina. My big toe's a rock star. Rock on, big.
Look how close she is to her foot. Ew, this is so gross. Like, this might actually be worse than what we've seen on iCarly before.
Toe.
Whoa! Hey, what's going on here?
Oh no, and then now we've got this grown man, the dad, who comes in and the girls are just ripping off his shoes and socks so they could get to his... Oh my gosh, like, guys, if this is not one of Dan Schneider's fantasies playing out on camera in front of us involving all of these children, I don't know what is. Oh.
Perfect!
My big toe's a fairy princess! I love you, Princess Toe. And I love you too!
honestly, mood. Like, what did we just watch? I know it's like supposed to be funny and all, but like, keep in mind that this guy has a proven love for.
Can you please just hear me out? No, all work management platforms are the same. Monday.com is the one you'll actually love to use. It lets you set up your workflows yourself. No admin, no long approval process, you're in charge. If it's any type of work, marketing, sales, HR, llamas, and there's a free trial, so what's the harm? You know what? I'm ready to fall in love again. Thanks, Talking Llama. Monday.com, the first work platform you'll love to use. Can you guys see her? Can anyone see else?
I don't see what's funny. Exactly. Okay, let's get this ad. So yeah, y'all see that Dan Schneider has a fixation for feet, and Nickelodeon too, because at first, in the early 2000s, their logo was a giant foot.
4 feet, especially those of minors. I truly feel like Amanda and Dan had an inappropriate relationship, and if you guys have not seen my video on that, definitely go check it out. But I want to mention that at one point, Amanda and Dan Schneider lived together. We actually found this out in 2014 in an article from People. His wife, Hungry Girl, aka Lisa Lillian, shared that she, Amanda, would actually stay at their house for long periods of time when she was a teen. And keep in mind, Amanda started the Amanda Show when she was only 13 years old after working with Dan Schneider for a couple of years on All That. And if you guys did not know that Dan Schneider is married to Hungry Girl, you have to go watch that video. Like I've said multiple videos here, you need to go watch that one because that is insane that he's married, let alone to this woman named Hungry Girl who's been everywhere. Anyways, back to the Amanda Show, because Amanda wasn't the only star on this show. Drake Bell was also a part of the cast, and he was actually a main character. You guys may have heard recently that he was arrested for 2 crimes against a child in the state of Ohio. The girl was only 13 years old, and he has been messaging her inappropriately, so he's currently facing charges. But you guys will see him in this next skit, which is really hard to watch. You guys can also see we have our guy Josh Peck in this scene, and a lot of people credit the Amanda Show for the birth of Drake and Josh. But I don't even need to explain what's going on here. Let's just go ahead and watch it together.
What do you think?
It smells like dead animal.
More like rotten sushi.
Dead animal.
Rotten sushi.
Animal.
I don't understand this comedy. I'm sorry I'm pausing already, but like, why? Like, I was never this child, like, smelling my foot with, like, my friend, like, and I don't think any of you guys were
I
either, so
wasn't either.
where do
That's
these
weird.
ideas come from?
Animal.
Sushi.
Animal.
Sushi. Hello, boy.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Too bad, Jake.
Okay, also, did you guys know that Drake Bell's real name is actually Jared? But look at this position they're in. Again, I don't understand why they have to jump up on like this, but I feel like the executives were asking for it. Our friend Sam also brought up moments like this one, where you would see that Amanda is, for whatever reason, barefoot in a scene with Drake and Josh when they are both wearing shoes. It's a minor detail, but it's kind of bizarre because if you guys think about the workplace, obviously a set is a very different workplace, but it's not comfortable to be walking around without shoes on. So it's very intentional for them to ask, like, oh yeah, Amanda, you don't need shoes for this scene. And I would have been like, why? Because it doesn't add anything to not have those shoes on. Well, let's go ahead and switch gears. We're talking a little bit too much about feet, which we will be getting back to them, but I want to show you guys a very, very offensive ad from the Amanda Show that when I was watching it, my jaw dropped. I might as well bring this up now. I completely support stopping Asian hate. I know that's been a hashtag everywhere. I've posted about it on my Instagram, but yeah, we need to stop Asian hate, and this next scene is like something that contributes to that stereotype, and it made me feel uncomfortable watching it. The premise of this bit is pretty much these children are going to be drinking from a man, which already sounds very wrong.
Your drink?
Go ahead.
That's great soda.
That's not soda. That's sumo. Why drink boring old soda when you can try something new?
Okay, this is so weird, but I'm actually getting thirsty from this. Drink some water if you guys haven't yet. Water check.
Something Asian! Something obese!
Hold on. She said something Asian, something obese.
Because
like
they didn't want
describing
her to wear
this
shoes
soda
because they are
drink.
nasty.
Please.
Exactly.
This is so
Why would she
rude.
not need shoes with
In regular and new diet sumo.
You're good!
No! No, you literally said WTF.
Okay, hold up. First, the diet sumo drink, and then why is this girl like pulling her ponytail back? This is so bizarre.
Sumo! Yummy, yummy, yummy. Secret throwing my tummy. May contain.
May contain lint. I can't. I seriously cannot. I understand they're trying to be funny, but I don't know why it's just so not funny to me. Like, I just do not think that was funny at all. I feel like it's cheap. It's like, it's the type of comedy and humor where it's like, oh, like, you couldn't think of anything better. Okay. And it kind of reminds me of how Dan Schneider likes to make up words sometimes. You guys may remember actually from iCarly that he made up hobknocker, which ended up being an offensive word in the UK. And it's actually an offensive word if you look it up. They actually edited out the word in the episode that was premiered in the UK. So Dan has a sick mind when it comes to making up these words, and he's done it in this show as well. You guys may remember the hot dog shop named Weenie Duper, which was a very bizarre name that they kept emphasizing throughout the scene. But what's worse than the name itself is this one little bit that I pulled where they talk about making the hot dog with human feet. This is so foul, guys. I feel like I need to give you a trigger warning, so trigger warning.
Well,
Good, huh?
well, I've eaten a lot of footlongs in my day,
Hey,
but
my name Reggie too.
never one that smelled quite like this.
Oh, that's because our footlong weenies contain meat from an actual foot.
But
Oh, God, again, like the feet references that are so unnecessary. Like, why? And then watch this.
Nice long ones.
you people give weenies a bad name.
Like, it makes me cringe inside just because I know obviously it's not made out of a real foot, but the thought of it, and who thinks about this type of stuff? I mean, you guys already know his name, but how bizarre. One of the criticisms that Dan and Nickelodeon get is that they put these children in compromising situations and make them act like adults or, do things for adult humor when they probably shouldn't be. In this scene, you're gonna see Josh hand Amanda a script that is supposedly covered in ointment, which isn't actually ointment, and I feel like it's body fluids. Ugh.
Here, Amanda. I brought you a script. Oh, awesome. Okay, let's see. Oh, here. My name's Amanda. And... Josh? What's all over your script? Ointment. Oh. Gosh. Gross.
Obviously not ointment, and I feel like it's a reference to him like doing things. Ew. This next clip I want to share with you guys actually reminds me of a clip from Zoe 101 we talked about before. In this clip, you will see Zoe 101 and her friend Nicole playing with this candy and then squirting it all over her face. And it looks like she just had like something happen to her, which should not happen. And obviously, like, he was loving this bit right here. They were like, oh, perfect. Cut. Well, this next scene is giving me the same energy. This is a skit for a product called Pass the Skunk, where you get a real life skunk and you pass it along around with your friends, and it's a bizarre idea. I mean, what? Why would you even? And as you guys can see, they're having fun, they're playing around, and they end up passing it over to the dad. And when he's holding it, I feel like he's, again, serving us the same thing that Dan was trying to serve in that Zoe 101 bit. Like, why are you allowing it to like that? Ew, like, why is that happening? Okay, let's play it with a little bit of sound.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes.
Why do I remember watching this? Like, I'm having such deja vu from being a little kid and watching this and be like, ew, like, you guys have to see the dad go in.
This is nauseating. Pass the skunk! Comes with live skunk and music box. May cause warts, swelling, and fits of rage. When will it stop?
It's the opening his mouth for me, like at the end, like opening his mouth to let it all in. It irks me so much. But has anyone ever actually been sprayed by a skunk? Like, comment below if you ever actually have been, because I feel like I've heard of like the myth of it, but like, has anyone actually been sprayed? Like, what is that like? And is it blue? Like when that stuff was coming out? Like, This next scene also includes the father figure of the show, but actually not really. It includes a storyline based around him and him losing his toe. And this guy is actually trying to help go and give up his toe to give it to Amanda's father in the show. But anyways, her dad lost his toe and he wants to replace it for her.
Dr. Polyp, I'm here because I want to...
Wait, did you see that doctor? Like, it looks like he was just looking at his crotch. Like, look at him. Ew, doctor, get away from me.
I'm here because I want to donate my toe to Moody's father.
Oh. Well, that's very magnanimous of you, but I'm afraid it's quite impossible.
Okay, now I remember. This is centered around the character Moody, and you guys will see that actually she has to be the one to give up her toe to her father because they need to be related. The toe actually ended up being with some homeless man, and then this dog comes in and steals.
This is something that cannot happen in real life. Nobody can lose their toe unless it gets cut off, but you can't get another one. Is that all I was going to say? I guess so.
It from him, so no getting that toe back. At this point in the scene, Amanda offers up her own toe because she's the blood relative, and you guys will see that her boyfriend or whoever he is in the scene, he's like, no, which I feel like that he's like kind of like he likes her toes then because he doesn't want her to give it up. He's like, no, please don't, when it comes to her trying to give her toe off to her father.
I'm gonna give my father my toe.
Moody! No!
I just feel like he's pushing the foot obsession by making the boyfriend seem like he's so hurt over this girl giving up her big toe. Or one of her toes. I actually don't know if it's the big one or not. That looked like a big toe that the dog took, so I'm assuming the big one. Why? There's one more scene I want to show you guys, and it involves Drake Bell and Amanda Bynes because they go into some machine, and the machine like helps change their clothing for them, and you will see in this scene that Drake will leave the machine and he's missing some undergarments and some pants. So as you guys can see, the machine is being cranked up, and then they start like shaking them around.
Press that button again.
It's so weird to hear them giggling, and Drake was like, press that button again.
Press that button again.
But when they come out, that's when the problems happen.
I like it.
Drake,
What? What?
The machine just,
Yeah, I know. I look good.
It only dressed you from the waist up.
Hey, come on, what are you...
So you guys might think that that scene was harmless, and maybe it is, but in my mind, it's them, Nickelodeon, again, sexualizing these children. I know I'm going to say that word out, but I don't know how else to say it, making these children act like adults when they shouldn't be. And you guys know that I believe that Drake Bell was violated on the set of The Amanda Show. I'm not going to go into detail, but you guys remember that there was a man named Brian Peck. He worked on the set of this show, and he ended up getting arrested, and he was in jail for taking a minor at the age of 14 years old, giving them some substances so they weren't aware and could not consent, and then violating them over 10 times. I feel like the number was like 14 or something. So many, many times. We've talked about this before on my channel, and it could possibly be Drake. I'm not going to go out here and say that that's for sure, but if you want to watch that video, it is out there. But this man, Brian Peck, I feel like he's a perfect example of the type of person who was working on these shows and asking these kids to do these things. And this was only season 3 of the show. There are actually 2 other seasons out there, and I know of one YouTube channel who uploaded them. I don't feel like they legally did. I will link it below. You guys can go watch those seasons. If you find some moments you guys want me to react to, feel free to email me here, or if you have any other video ideas, feel free to reach out to me. But I'm always down to talk about some of these shows, because I feel like these children being put in these compromising situations leads them to being problematic, like, or, you know, at least
Okay, you guys, that was it. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and yeah, I was like, there's no way they can get away with this. Nickelodeon needs to be sued. But make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'm gonna go live on my phone so I can get viewers. See you later.